Hello everybody, the Brickologist here with episode 6 of my LEGO Lord of the Rings retrospective. Back in 2012 and 2013, I reviewed all the LEGO Lord of the Rings sets when they were originally released. And with the theme's revival just last year, I thought it was a good time to take a close look back and see how these sets hold up today. Today's review is for set number 9473, The Mines of Moria. This set used to retail for about $80 here in the US, adjusted for inflation that's closer to $110 in 2024 money. More on that price later on in the review. This set contains 776 pieces, and I unfortunately no longer have the box, but here is a quick look at what the box would have looked like.
They have a cave troll.
I do, however, have the two instruction manuals included with this set. The first one has 79 pages of building, the second one has 56, and the first one here has a lot of advertisements towards the back here, including that amazing checklist of all the Lord of the Rings figures from the initial 2012 wave. We also have the website, the Helm's Deep set, which I will review next in this series, and an ad for the Hobbit sets coming later that year, 12 years ago. And here is the set itself. Unlike a lot of normal LEGO sets, there are quite a few substantial builds here. There are two main builds and then two smaller side builds that are actually very important to the scene at hand, and there are a whole lot of figures and a big old big fig. Let's look at those figures here first. The first minifigure included with this set here is Peregrine Took, aka Pippin, and this character was 100% exclusive to this set until Rivendell came out just last year, and for a first go around I think LEGO nailed this guy. I love the torso print. I think the face really accurately captures the character. That is very, very cool. The back printing and the double-sided face are great as well. A really solid Pippin figure. Next up here is Legolas, and obviously this is one of the best characters in Lord of the Rings. Everybody loves Legolas, and I think LEGO did a respectable job for this figure. The printing on the torso and legs, great. The big bow piece, great. The face print with the elf ear hair piece that's very bright blonde. I always kind of preferred blonde hair pieces to be closer to tan. This blonde just looks aggressive to me, so I've never been a humongous fan of that, but he has some nice back printing and a good double-sided face as well. Gimli, son of Gloin, is also included in this set. Great to get the pairing of him and Legolas here. And this Gimli figure looks really good. The beard piece is reddish brown when I think it should have just been a red beard piece. He's clearly a ginger. I need some representation for gingers in this set because we are the greatest hair color of all time. But Gimli, other than that, is such a good looking figure, and the helmet is ridiculous. Look at all the detail on this helmet part. It is some of the best printing LEGO has ever done. If you take off all the accessories and the beard, you can see his face print and his torso better, and he also has a double-sided face and some good back printing too, so a really good Gimli figure. Finally, for the members of the Fellowship included in this set, you get Boromir, and like Pippin before him, this character was 100% exclusive to just this set until Rivendell came out last year, and he looks great. I think the face print really captures Sean Bean perfectly, and he is a ginger, which is awesome representation for gingers everywhere. The printing is great, especially on the shield. That looks very cool, and his double-sided face and back printing are great too. So this Boromir figure looks so perfect, the new one is almost just a carbon copy of it. Finally, for smaller figures, you get two Moria orcs. These guys have a really creepy facial expression. That looks great. I also love their ears and their torso prints. The lack of leg printing looks a bit distracting to me. I feel like they could have done something a bit more there. Other than that though, they have some great details from the back. One is holding kind of the scimitar piece with the Uruk-hai shield. The other one has a mace. This set has a cave troll. That's right, the iconic beast is included as a 100% exclusive big fig in this set. And when I say big fig, I mean big fig. Here is a size comparison next to Thanos. This cave troll is no ordinary big fig. They went all out with his size. The sculpting, the paint job, the prints, everything about this cave troll is just special in my opinion. Look at the detail. It goes all the way around to the back. That is magnificent looking. The chain is a nice touch. He also has a brick built club here, which looks pretty cool, but that also is my one issue with this figure. If you put him like this, he does not like to balance, which is kind of unfortunate. Obviously, if you have a base plate, you can lock him into place on his feet, but other than that, he kind of has to have the club pulled backwards in order to stand on his own. Balancing issues aside, this cave troll is amazing and might be my favorite Big Fig Lego has ever created. It's just that good. The first build here is a well, and if you remember the scene correctly, this is where Pippin mistakenly knocks the skeleton with the bucket down the well, creating a lot of noise that then alerts the orcs to their position. And Lego has given us a way to make that a play feature. Basically, all you gotta do is pull on this black piece, and it should get these parts to kind of fall down. I will say it's a little finicky, not the greatest design in the world, but I appreciate the attempt. The second build here is very morbid for a Lego set. This is Balin's tomb. We also do get the book here that has the account of what happened to the dwarves when they were invaded, which is a pretty cool little detail. And there's also an action feature here. Basically, by pushing on this not so inconspicuous part right here, it should make the tomb kind of pop open like so, and there is a skeleton inside, which is very weird. I guess this is supposed to be Balin. However, it's a normal minifigure skeleton and Balin is a dwarf, so that's not accurate biologically, Lego. There are some nice stickers atop the tomb here that I applied very poorly back in 2012. Now we can focus on the two main builds of this set. The first one here is the entrance to the tomb, and this looks great. It's odd because it's just a big brown door with kind of a gray door frame, but it's a really visually striking piece, and I think Lego did a great job replicating kind of the ruined aesthetic of the interior of the Mines of Moria here. Very well designed. What you see is what you get in this instance. Nothing really crazy or too many hidden Easter eggs, but there are a couple of play features here. There's a torch on the wall, but the big door is actually being held in place by an axe, which is an accurate detail to the scene. That is really cool, and if you remove said axe, you then can actually open up the entire door, which is nice. My pieces are kind of squeaky after all these years, but it still opens fairly effectively. There is also an action play feature here. If you push on this Technic piece, it actually gives you a nice blowing up motion. As basic as that function is, it works really well in this set. There are a lot of nice stickers on this build, including this one on the side and this kind of creepy one with some eyes on the other side. I think that's pretty effective. And as you move towards the back, it doesn't look half bad. There's even storage for an extra spear on the wall. Finally, we have the biggest build of the set, so I guess it's also kind of the main build of the set, although I don't really think this is the focal point. It's kind of just the back wall of this room. However, it still looks really darn good. I love a good ruined castle sort of detail, so the textures back here work nicely for me. There is a torch right there. I'm going to skip the middle section just for a minute. The other side here, kind of a lot of the same. It's not quite as ruined. There is a pillar right here with a nice sticker on it, torch, and some more bones that kind of help set the creepy scene. One of the most striking parts about this build are these big columns that have very good designs and some nice stickers as well. There are play features with them too. And by pushing on these black Technic pieces at the back, you can cause the columns to dislodge a bit. I think maybe because my pieces are so old, they aren't as willing to fall, but with some extra help, you can see how that play feature would have worked. You may have noticed a rather strange tan piece from the back. Well, if you push in on that, it actually reveals this secret hidden treasure chest that has some nice goodies on the inside. Finally, we have the middle section of this build, and besides the function we just looked at, there aren't really any additional play features here. It's more for display rather than play, but it displays so well. The building techniques are great, very smooth, which I love, and all of it just comes together nicely. There are so many small things. You have a crystal right here, a pickaxe and a barrel, another book, there's a bottle, a spear. It looks really good. My biggest gripe though, all of this you see, including these pieces kind of far off in the back with some printed books, are stickers, and there are a ton of stickers in this set. Kind of annoying how much of the detail is accomplished with decals. The Mines of Moria was one of my personal favorite LEGO Lord of the Rings sets when it came out back in the summer of 2012. And 12 years later, it still is. This set is pretty darn fantastic. This is a pretty crucial scene in the movie, and LEGO was able to capture pretty much all of the iconic details from it in a nice playset form. And a lot of times when there are playsets that are basically replicating the interior of a much bigger structure, they aren't that great, but this one is, and is also really good as a display set along with all the functions it contains. I love all 4 builds, and I love how they're each able to capture an individual moment from the scene and have their own unique play features. That is something very special they were able to accomplish in this set. A lot of times small side builds feel like throwaways. Just go watch my review for the Weathertop set and the weird rock that thing included. This set is not that at all. Additionally, the minifigure lineup here is by far the best we've seen so far in this Lord of the Rings retrospective, and it's one of the best LOTR lineups we have ever seen, highlighted by the Cave Troll, who, like I said, might be the best Big Fig LEGO has ever done. And then there's the price. 776 pieces for 80 bucks in 2012 was honestly a fantastic value. However, when you adjust that price for inflation and round up just a little bit, it's about $110 here in 2024, which honestly doesn't seem that crazy compared to some other LEGO themes in the modern age, but I wouldn't praise that price. I think $90 to like $95 would be the sweet spot, so it's definitely a bit much. Additionally, if you want to get this thing on eBay or Bricklink, it's going to be around $300 sealed and $200 used, so I can't really recommend buying it on aftermarkets because those prices are utterly ridiculous. It's still, however, such a great set. I love this thing. The flaws are minimal and nitpicks. That's why it's going to get a really solid rating of a 9 out of 10. Those are just my thoughts though. I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching today's review. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out. God bless. Bye-bye.